Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a series of a Steamroller tournament battle reports. So this Steamroller was 50 points, you got 2 lists, and for myself, I was really happy to go back because it's been a while since I got to do some more competitive ones, and the last time I went to a Steamroller, it went pretty poorly for me, and so I was really looking forward to trying to come back and do a lot better. So with this in mind, first I want to say, for the fantasy players watching, the best thing about Steamrollers is the whole idea where you're going there with multiple lists. And whereas you might have balance issues and, oh, this list is the paper to the other list's rock or whatever, when you have 2 lists, you get to kind of look across and balance it. So I'm going to kind of go over my lists, then there'll be the battle reports, and then we'll kind of do a summary at the end. So I'm going to Cygnar. That's the big faction I'm trying to do this year because they just seem to have a lot more tricks you can do. I mean, before, my big thing was going with Legion, and the problem there is it seemed like they were good, but I needed a faction that had a few more tricks to deal with the top level casters. So the first caster that I'm really liking is Epic Kane. He's a guy that just shoots, gets stronger each time, and he has a really good caster kill. He can go and deal with all the guys that are stealth, just shoot down infantry, and with Terran, I can shoot guys even if you're hiding behind something. So I figure he's my drop for the really good casters, say like Butcher 3 and Epic Morvana. But let's talk about the list. I am running Epic Kane with a Stormwall, a Squire. I have Alexia and Arisen, the Black 13th, Iana and Holt, Long Gunners, Rangers, Epic Iris, Reinhold, and Terran. Now, some of these are easy. I have Reinhold and Squire to get extra shots, so more pew 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 pew. I have Iris in there because even if I can get stronger each time, if I can strip off all those focuses, focus stacks, that's really strong. Plus, I have to deal with things like the new E-Denny tier, where there's all these upkeeps all over the place. So, I mean, it's always great having Epic Iris to take care of upkeeps. The Rangers, of course, they can go up there, shoot down some stuff to get them out of the way, and then make it easier for him to hit. I love the Long Gunners because they can just sit back and double pew and do lots of damage, or clear the way as well, so that Epic Kane can be shooting more important things. And Holt, it's nice there to have magical shots on something else, like the Long Gunners, so that they can deal with other incorporeal things. So Epic Kane is freed up. Plus, if I can ever get down harm, that's always going to make assassinations easier. Black 13th, with the Stormwall, I can do double cover fires, but with them, I can do the Mage Blight thing, and then I have this big, huge area stuff can't go through. So, really like this list. It's really going to be my primary list. The other list is going to be Darius with 2 Stormwalls, Silas, the Nis Hunters, Max, Strange Ways, and the Warcaster. So it's really all about having 2 big storm walls. One's going to be armor 21, the other one 21 and 22. And the big thing there is, if you can't kill it in one go, I just heal them right back up. And for the most part, I'm just going to use them if I'm up against a list that's going to be able to shut down Kane shooting, say if it's something like Rask or Barnabas or something like that, or if it's something that really can threaten him. Say if I'm up against P. Krios, who can go and purify off my upkeeps and then just knock me down and shoot me. So that's really the idea there. Otherwise, it's really about Epic Kane. And overall, what I'm hoping to do is a 4-game tournament. If I can just win 2 games, I'll be very happy. But let's see what happens. Alright, so first game I got paired up against P. Gristle, and this was a buddy of mine, Jordan. He's actually a guy who mainly played before in 40k. He played against my brother a lot, and now he's really taken to War Machine. But actually before this, he's been more of a Convergence player. I guess now he's come over to Troll, so that should be interesting. He had the 2 Gristles. I don't really know what I want to do about them, but I know the big thing here is I don't want to take my double Stormwall because they'll come in and smash it, and even though looking at it, a lot of his stuff is going to come up and engage me right away, I figured this was my best drop. So looking at this here, it's the first 1 to 5. You get 1 for controlling either zone, 2 for dominating. and I believe no kill box in this. He is running Mulg. He has 2 units of the warders. Each one has their own fell collar. He has the stone bears in there. There's also an impaler, an axer, and I'm sure there's some other fancy stuff in there too. So for the most part, I know now, in a past game, I screwed up and Mulg came and ruined my assassination. So in this one, I will be sure to not let him do that again. So I win first turn, and really I am just kind of pushing on up. I made sure that Kane was nice and far up there because, hey, if I can get an early assassination, fantastic. His turn, he really just runs up to the walls, and with that, I'm actually pretty happy because he is there on either side. If I really wanted to, I could run up to my guys to the walls to try and trap him there, but otherwise what he did is he actually dumped all of his fury into the stone there, and then tried making a wall between the stone bears and Mulg, and also he has the flame troll there as well, to just really block line of sight. Now, the thing is here is this is exactly why I have Terran. Terran can go up and shoot Mulg, take it so I can shoot through. I could also do that with the guy behind as well. And then really, once that happens, it's just a matter of go up there and shoot, 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 and make sure there's enough stuff in front of Mulg that he can't get to me. Now, with that, it also really helps because with Gristle being on a medium base, I can throw as many small base models as I want there, and he can still see. So I had to kind of think whether I wanted to go for attrition or what, because I could just feed as well and just kill Mulg. You know, that's also something that'd be a real possibility. But I thought, no, let's just get this over with. Let's do the assassination. So that's what I did. First, I ran up the Rangers. I, of course, took one off the Squire. I went then and I ran up and put a bunch of Risen in front of him. Actually, before I put up the Rangers, I had to do Terran, and I shot Mulg so I could shoot through, shot the Stone Bear behind so I can see through, and then after that, it was just Kane coming up, and pew, 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 and game over. And it was just kind of those things where, you know, up until this point, it took a little while to get started. It's like, wow, we're done already. So one of the things that he didn't even really bother to do is all these things being here is he didn't even bother doing a thing where Mulg attacked and moved up. But, you know, it's one of those things where possibly he could have found a way to get around and engage me. So I'm kind of glad he just didn't even try. But as well, we found out that after he played this game, that he forgot to play his Gobbers. He actually has his Gobbers in this list too. And, you know, they could have made it a little bit harder. I don't know, because Gristle had actually charged up, so I don't know if he could get far enough or he'd have the cloud in front. But either way, you know, of course, would have made it just that much harder. And we played a second game just to kind of, you know, might as well type thing. And that one, I was really pushing ahead in attrition. And then the Impaler went and did actually a slam, got lucky and got the crit slam onto Terran, throwing him through Ekane, and yeah, then all of a sudden just did a little storm call, yells, whatever, and killed Epicane. But hey, you know, I won the one that mattered, and good way to start the steamroller. So, second game here, this will be a little bit harder. This is a guy named Gord. He is from the Grots, and he is definitely one of the strongest players in the area. So, I've played him once before, and it didn't go well, so we'll see how this goes. He's running Epic Morvana with the World Ward, and also the little light there. He has the big unit of the Skinwalkers with the UA, the Ravengers with the UA, 2 trees. He has the stones with the UA. He has the Black Clad, and yeah, also the Gobbers here as well. So, for the most part, again, the reason why I did not take the double storm wall is because they just can't clear out this stuff fast enough. Cover fires won't do anything, and he can really wreck face when he gets to me. So again, I took Epicane to deal with her because I have a lot of remove from play, and I know from previous experiences that, first of all, yes, if you can destroy a whole unit, she can't bring it back. You also have to try and destroy those trees because she will bring those back and arc through them and kill you. So luckily, with my feet being removed from play, I can get rid of those little sacred trees there and hopefully get rid of a lot of his models too. The scenario here is first 1 to 5. You get 1 for destroying the enemy objective, 1 for controlling the zone, 2 for dominating, but he can't start scoring on the zone to destroy that objective. This one was Killbox, which actually was going to make it easier too for me to kill Epic Morvana. So he gets first turn, he's moving up. He has Fog of War, which means I'm going to have to use my True Sight, and he also has Carnivore up onto his Skinwalkers. I would love to shoot it off with Epic Iris, but they're just too far back right at this point. He comes up and he runs to the wall, and so because of this, my main plan is to just really run up to that wall and trap them there, right? Make it so that they can't get over. I'm defense 14, I'll be 16 if he's attacking me over the wall, and the longer I can hold him there, the longer I can attrition and try and take out key parts. And, you know, I'm always looking for a spot where I can shoot that World Ward with Terran, so I can just shoot through, shoot Epic Morvana, or hell, you know, if she goes and starts doing her abilities too much, I might be able to kill her with a magic missile as well. Sorry, magic bullet. So on my turn, that's what I do. I hold back with Epic Iris just to try and make sure I don't get her killed. First of all, I double tap with the Long Gunners and I kill at least one of the Ravengers there. The Rangers then run up just to try and trap them there. And otherwise, yeah, put up True Sight, kind of move up. And that's really it. Just trying to get into position. Shot off, you know, the little late mage shot there from Ryan, just to put something there. But otherwise, just trying to get ready, trying to have enough cover there to keep Kane and Alexia safe, and hoping that he puts himself in a position where I can kill him. But again, remember, this is a very strong player, and that's probably not going to happen. So on his turn, this kind of sucked. The guys with Carnivore, of course, with +2 to hit, and he can always re-roll with Epic Morvana, they come in and they clear off enough Rangers that one Ravenger is able to get over the wall. So that's already kind of failing. I did get kind of lucky there. We failed some attack rolls, even with the re-roll. So I do have more Rangers than I probably should have. But yeah, you know, things are kind of falling apart there. Otherwise, on the right side, this hurt. The World Ward does his shots, and they put down like this little electrical 3-inch AoE. So if I ever enter them, I'm going to take a POW, whatever, and those Risen are going to die. Then he also did a shot with me with the little light beast there, and that also makes a forest. And that's causing me some serious issues with all my key models on the right. So looking at this, we are having Gargantuan versus Colossal in the center, and setting that up is going to be absolutely key. So what my goals are for this turn is to pop my feet. I am going to try and destroy both of the trees, so I don't have to worry about anything else there. If I can kill another 2 to 3 of the Skinwalkers, that would be awesome. Then I want to jam his World Ward, get up my Storm Wall, so I can kind of hopefully get the jump on him there. And then as well on the left side, just try and clear those guys out again, get to the wall, shoot off Carnivore, and see how that goes. Unfortunately, it doesn't really go quite the way I'd like, mainly because when I shot those trees, each of them took 2 shots to destroy. Now, one of the things I should also mention that I thought was a possibility was shooting the World Ward, because if I can feed on that and really damage it and eventually take it out with something, that's really good. But really, I am really worried about the assassination, magical or whatever, and I need just to get rid of those options. I can kind of deal with the World Ward. Like I said, I don't even see him as a huge threat, because even though he blocks a lot of real estate, I can go and just shoot him with Terran and shoot through him. Well, basically what happened here is each of those trees took 2 shots, and then I needed to go and just shoot one of the other Skinwalkers and gate crash away. So unfortunately, was only able to kill one of them, so my feet did seem kind of wasted, but what are you going to do? Otherwise, I had the Stormwall move up. He had to kind of move out of the way first, put down his covering fire, put kind of a pod there just to be in the way, did his shots to do some damage first to a Skinwalker. Holt actually charged over and was able to kill the one Ravenger that was tying me up, so I was able to get back to the wall, but not before the Long Gunner shot down 2 more models. Epic Iris was able to shoot off Carnivore, so that's fantastic. And really, after I then moved over with Alexia and the Risen, I was feeling very good about this. You know, I had already taken off a lot of these threats. I am kind of bogging him down, so it's going to be hard for him to get to him. I'm still slowing him down on the left side. So overall, I'm feeling really good. Then on his turn, bad stuff happens because he is able to come up and put on the Hunter's Mark onto my Stormwall. I did not realize that Epic, man, every single time I think I realize what Epic Morvenna can do, I get another surprise. She comes up, has a big nuke spell, and basically kills everything that I put in the way. Now, if it wasn't for those triple AoEs in front of me, I could have done a lot better job spreading out and all the rest of it, but because those were there, it was really awkward kind of running around, and yeah, because of that, he got to me, but he got really unlucky as well. He failed his charge attack even when he re-rolled it, so that was pretty huge, and then he had some pretty low dice rolls as well. So in the end, Stormwall has lost his left side, and after he's done and the Skinwalker charges, I have about 12 boxes left. So dangerous, but at least I can fight back. On the left side, he's able to kill another Ranger, free things up, and also tie down Epic Iris. So that's not very good, and all of a sudden now, I'm not feeling that confident about this. Epic Morvenna is really far back. There's no way I can really pull off the assassination. She is already starting to take a lot of damage from doing re-rolls, so the whole idea of, if she wants to hide over there, I can always shoot the objective and then magic bullet it over. But yeah, if I can't take down this World Wrath now, I'll be basically dead. So luckily on my turn, everything kind of works out. I put 3 focus onto the Stormwall, and I just connect with everything. Dice rolls go okay, and after he's done, I also have to shoot my Stormwall with Terran so I can shoot through him. One of the things we weren't sure about is that you're not supposed to suffer the in-combat penalties with these Colossals. So I didn't know if my Long Gunners could double tap. We had a judge come over, and he ruled that I could. So that really helped doing those 2 extra POW 20s. I hoped to put harm on him, which would have helped even more, but unfortunately, nope, couldn't do that because he's immune to magic. But really, after Alexia charged and Epic Cain shot and everybody else, I was able to kill the World Ward, as you can see here. That was huge. Otherwise, yeah, that's really the only thing I got done this turn. And hey, that's no small thing. So on his turn, he has his counter charge. He is able to destroy the Stormwall. He's able to kill Holt. My Rangers are all dead. And yeah, he is down to about 5 points now because of rerolls and stuff. But at this point, it's like, wow, if I can't figure out a caster kill, I'm pretty much dead. So really, I look at this and I try and find some way I can get an angle on Epic Morvenna, but I just can't make it work. And the problem is that he always seems to have enough transfers so that I can't just magic bullet him and finish him off. So one of my ideas is like, well, I could move over with my Black 13th, and if I get one shot on that he has to transfer, then all of a sudden Epic Cain can kill Epic Morvenna with the magic bullets, but the math just wasn't really there, especially when I realized that the Stone Bear, whatever UA, has reach, so I'm also engaged. So that really, really sucks. One of the other things I could do, if I just kill his last light, which I could probably do fairly easily, then he has no transfers and a couple of magic bullets to get it done. However, when I asked him about the stats, the guy is armor 21. He was not able to go to stone form this turn. And it's like, when I did the quick math in my head, I was like, no, it's not going to work. So instead, I decided to look at attrition. If I can kill off the 4 Skinwalkers, he can't bring any of them back. And then all of a sudden, it's like, well, maybe I can do this by attrition. So that's what we're going to go for. Unfortunately, I realized too late that I was stupid. Basically, I double tap first with the Long Gunners, kill the Skinwalker on the top, kill the one on the right, And then I start shooting into the Skinwalkers here, and I realize that they're defense 20. Because, first of all, they're engaging my objective, so they're shooting a model in combat. And then as well, they're on the other side of the wreck marker, which gives them extra defense as well. So all of a sudden, I realize that I am not going to be able to kill them without gate crashing in with Epic Kane. I try and do that. I'm even only able to kill one. I try and get Reinhold in the way, but yeah, everything is a complete mess. I tried even trying to free out my Black 13th because they were engaged, so I tried shooting in there with Terran using Black Penny. I miss. I kill one of my own guys. Yeah, it's just, at this point, when I realized that I failed that, it was just all over. So on his turn, it's really easy. He just teleports over the guy here, headbutts me, and just kills me. It's just, oh, I felt like I was so close. And really, when I looked at the math of it after, what I should have done is gone and used Iana to put on harm, so I'm +2/+2. The double tapping long gunners would then be at dice +1, so then themselves are doing 16 damage. I then have the brutal damages I could have done from the Black 13th, because hey, even though I was in reach, I can just swing around and still do my gunfighter shots into that guy after too, right? And Epic Kane, hey, if I have to spend one shot into killing and finishing that guy off, whatever, I can then still do 2 magic bullets to win the fight. So it's just, oh, could not believe it. This is a thing where I've never beaten Epic Morvana before, never beat this guy. I know it's a great player with a great caster, and basically I just did not take the time to do the math. And, who knows? Maybe I could have gone that way, and if I just had a few bad rolls, it could have fallen apart too, right? So that's the way it goes, but, at least I know I was close. Alright, so game 2 here, and now I'm up against Convergence. And you know what? I'm just not going to tell you what he has, because I just don't know. This is an army where I've only played it once before, and they had no models that were in this army. It was completely different with Prime Axiom, so I don't know what anything does. It is with the new Iron Mother, which is another thing where I have no idea what she does. So really, yeah, I just went with Epic Kane, hoping to get in there, shoot, and assassinate. Really, that's what it all comes down to. Shoot, shoot, assassinate. The mission here is one where, as always, it's up to 5. You get 1 for dominating the close zone, 1 for controlling the far zone, 2 for dominating the far zone, and 1 for destroying the enemy objective. Yeah, he has a bunch of dudes, and like I said, I just plan to shoot, shoot, shoot. So he wins first turn with all of his passing around and all that stuff. He's able to run a lot of stuff up, but really his infantry did not go up as much as I thought. They really kind of stayed a little bit further back, and yeah, I mean, I'll have no real shots on him first turn, but interesting that he was further back than I thought he would get. So on my first turn, I'm really just getting into position, moving everything up. I don't need true sight or anything else like that. Really, I just put 3 of my Risen in the zone, just try and bait out those angels, and shot off one of the mage shot from Ryan. Got a good scatter, so it's up there and annoying, but that's about it. On his turn, he comes in and actually gets some really bad dice. He has Tactical Supremacy up on the angels. He has some other spell up on his caster. Sorry about that. But really, he comes in, it fails to kill one of the Risen, and then when he tries leaving, dies to a free strike. Those 2 other lights are able to kill the other 2 Risen. But the main thing is that on the left side, he actually didn't enter the zone except for one of those little pod guys, and then he only has 2 angels here. So really, looking at my turn, I plan just to move up to the wall, shoot down that pod, control, get a point, kill the angels, kill those 2 lights, dominate, be at 2, and be in a very strong position. So that's really what I do. I go up and I do that, put down some covering fire. I'm able to kill lots of the small base infantry as well. And yeah, I'm already up at 2 points. I have a fairly good wall up here with Risen. and I'm feeling pretty good. I even went and I made one into a thrall. It's tying up his one heavy, and yeah, life is good. On his turn, though, and this is something I really didn't think he could do, where these heavies, I did not realize how far they could shoot and how strong they could shoot. So first of all, these medium-based models on the right, they move up and they shoot away my Risen Guard. Then the first one shoots, cranks Epic Kane for some good damage, and then passes over the Fury to the next one, boosts the hit as well. This is after he kind of cleared away the Thrall. But as you see, for those infantry to come over and kill the Thrall, they block that heavy from getting any closer. So he goes, tries to shoot, and he's just out, say by like half a centimeter. So, you know, I could have died right here, but luckily, because of a little bit of range issues and activation issues, I'm saved. So otherwise, he enters the zone on the left side, goes into shield guard or shield wall. On the right side here, he did not go in the zone. So I dominate again, get one more point, and then it's like, well, all I have to do is destroy his objective and I win. So that's all I do, pop my feet, shoot, 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 destroy the objective, and yay, I get the win. So really, of course, I never feel good about a win where I feel my opponent made a mistake, not contesting the zones, and also where he just got unlucky and I could have died. But hey, you know, that's the danger of playing a faction like this where I really have no experience against any of these models in Convergence. Really scary stuff. We did play a second game because this was really fast, and really I just went up and assassinated her. You know, just Iron Mother, boom, 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 Kane assassination. So one of the things that came up in that one too is she is pretty damn nasty because she makes all these guys arc nodes. So really by running up a light, she went and arc noded and did this spell that basically killed like all my long gunners and all my rangers. And even though I did pull out the assassination, she was a lot more impressive in that game. But either way, hey, I'll take it. And we're at 2-1. So no matter what, I've got my 2 wins, and you know that was my main goal. So game 4 here, this is up against Paul. I should say the name of the last guy was James, and this one here is going to be kind of scary. It is Epic Denegra, who I've never played against before, and I know that she is a kick in the nuts as far as locking everything down. But it's not the tier. What he has here is Raiders in the front with the captain and UA and cool stuff. He has Snapjaw and Wrong-Eye. There's 2 pistol wraiths. He has a Siren. He has a Scarlock. He has the Banes with the UA. And yeah, he also has the 2 types of chickens. He has Tartarus. And really kind of just scary stuff. Also, Ogryn Bokur. And the scenario here is actually a perfect one for fighting her. Because, of course, her feat is she pops it, and you just can't move. You can't move, you're lower defense, and so if you're not in that zone, she just super scores, and you lose. So in this one, it's the first one of 5. You get 1 for controlling the zone, 2 for dominating. There's no kill box. However, the real crazy thing here is that if you dominate your friendly flag, you also -1 from the opponent. So that's a pretty big deal because if I'm just sitting there, it's really hard to get points. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this, especially because I know True Sight, and with Epic Kane, I can shoot down the Raiders, I can shoot down the Banes, I can put down the cover fire so he can't charge me. So other than Epic Denegra, I actually feel really good about this. Not being able to shoot Snapjaw and Wrong-Eye because of Submerge, that's going to suck, but just got to deal with it. The first thing he does, which I thought was kind of crazy, is he kind of goes up here with a chicken and then charges it with Tartarus and destroys it. And it's like, why are you destroying your own models? But the reason was just that he wanted to have terrain to give better cover for Epic Denegra. So really, that's what it comes down to. Raiders move up, pistol wraiths are going up the flanks, things are submerging, and yeah, you know, this isn't too bad. I'm hoping to shoot down a lot of Raiders and put up cover fire, and really the big thing is here is because I know he can lock me down, I really have to make sure that I make my movement now. So on my turn, that's what I do. The Rangers go up, and I actually roll way above average. They kill like 4 of the Raiders all by themselves. So that was really awesome. I put up True Sight. I move up with Epic Cane, shoot down a few more, and then I gate crash back. The Risen are rushing up. I'm going up there with Epic Iris. The Long Gunners ran up. I put up the cover fire. There's a pod there just to be annoying. And, you know, all the Black 13th and Terran, they ran up too, just because, hey, you know, I might be stuck in place, but I can still shoot. So, actually, the thing that made this way better is that after I killed all these Raiders, they failed their command test. So, really bad luck, but, hey, you know, I'll take it. So, on his turn, first of all, we made a little bit of a mistake because I'm pretty sure that the way it works is that you're supposed to test for the Raiders on their activation, see if they rally, and that's pretty much it. But we kind of mixed this up. They ran to the left first, and then he rolled his command. Whatever. It's not that huge of a deal. Otherwise, between the Pistol Wraith on the left, shooting down 2 of the Rangers, and going up with his last Ripjaw there, and arcing through a spell, killing more of my Rangers, I basically lose all of them, except for the one I held back, just because I thought these guys might die. The Pistol Wraith on the right runs up to engage Epic Iris, and then the thing I really liked is that Snapjaw stayed on the other side of that wall. I like that for 2 reasons. One, he doesn't have Pathfinder, so he can't just charge over. And 2, I was worried he was going to run up this turn, pop feet, lock me down, and then find a way to, say, like, trample over, make issues. Like, that's the real reason why I wanted Epic Cane this far back, to really protect him. But he did not pop feet, and really, I'm looking to rinse and repeat, and really the hardest thing I had to think about here is the order of activations, because even though I knew I could kill a whole bunch of Banes, it wouldn't really matter, because Tartarus would get to my Long Gunners, kill a bunch, and just make more Banes. So I had to kill Tartarus, and that just meant I had to move the front guys first so that the Stormwall could move to the side and I could shoot after. So that's really what I do. I move the 1 Ranger, so that's kind of up in that nice little sweet spot to try and give me +2 to all those things. I then move over with Terran, shot a couple of guys, 1 Bane, and another shot somewhere else. I was able to move Epic Iris just to the side, so I was able to charge the Pistol Wraith with Alexia and kill that person, while at the same time just kind of put the Risen up in a spot while there would be annoying. The Stormwall got out of the way, did 2 shots into the Ripjaw, did some pretty good damage there. Cane came over, shot, destroyed Tartarus, was able to kill a couple of Banes too, and then I went and I gate crashed over to make sure I'm contesting that objective. I had to double shot with the Long Gunners to finish up the Ripjaw, I believe, and then otherwise some other random shots, but really what this came down to is I was able to kill everything in the zone, put down my cover fires, kill both the Pistol Wraiths, kill Tartarus. I shot over the Ryan shot, which you can see there is in a beautiful position. And so really, I score 1 point because you take it away first. So it's 1-0. He's in a horrible position. And other than he hasn't defeated yet, I'm feeling great. So on his turn, the Raiders really just run over and do their best to engage. He is able to charge over with the Negra, pop her feet, also do a spray to kill Holt and other solos there. So he's able to kill Holt, kill Iena, kill Terran, kill that Ranger. And yeah, like I said, with popping the feet, the only things that are outside are Epic Iris, Alexia, Reinhold, the Squire, and the 2 back Long Gunners. Everything else just can't move. So that's an issue. Otherwise, he was able to get around, kill some Risen, and, you know, I'm getting a little bit scared here. I will not be able to kill his Snapjaw. Snapjaw will get to my Stormwall, but, you know, I'm not really too worried about that. At this point here, He scores 2 points for dominating the center, so it's 2-0. So I need to get something in there, otherwise I'm in trouble. But yeah, really the priorities for this next turn is really just to get something in the zone, kill those witches on the left as best I can, and just try and be annoying and shoot down some more Banes. Because the nice thing is from where he put himself, I can just shoot them from Kain from where he is. So that's what I do. I am able to shoot over a pod. That kills a couple of witches. I am able to then, that frees up the long gunners to kill a few more. I shoot over at the pod with Ryan to do the mage whatever shot, and that's at like straight dice, and I fail to kill the sea witch or whatever that solo is. So that's unfortunate, but hey, just the way it goes. I decided to just run over with Epic Iris just to make it so that, you know, any costs or spells you cast with Epic Den Negra will be doubled, so that will be an issue for him. By now, I'd already tapped 3 from the Squire, so he just ran over there just to get in the way of Snapjaw, just to be annoying. But really, that's really it. I ran Epic Iris back to me to save that, and what I decided to do, because I was kind of worried he'd find a way to get Snapjaw to Epic Kain, is I just went and I just gate crashed behind my storm wall. Let's just be safe, and otherwise, again, I'm feeling really good. And then I realized that this Squire saved my ass, because at first we're like, well, looks like he dominates again. He will get up to 4. I don't minus anything because I'm not at my flag there anymore, and then he has to do nothing and dominate again. However, out of complete just coincidence, this Squire has a toe in the zone, so I can test. And wow, that that could have been really bad. So on his turn, he is able to kill the Squire with the Warwitch Siren. He is able to then charge over and kill Alexia with the Gator there, with Snapjaw. Wrong Eye just comes over and submerges. He also submerges with Wrong Eye after that happens. The Witch charges over at Ryan, but fails to kill me, so that was kind of lucky. And then otherwise, he's just kind of sticking around in the zone, really just camping up and scoring 2 more points. So now he's at 4, I'm at 1. I need to get into the zone to contest, and because really looking at this, I didn't think I'd have a way to pull off the assassination. So yeah, I'm just going to really try and get in the zone, contest, try and kill Snapjaw, and see what happens. One of the really stupid things I did, though, is, first of all, I needed to get Ryan and that witch out of the way. So I shot the mage shot in there thinking, hey, they'll kill both of them, and that'll be easy. However, even though that killed the witch, it does not actually harm Ryan. So she was still there. I actually had to use... Who was it? I believe it's the Long Gunners that shot her and killed her. They also shot and killed the Ogren Bokur, so that's nice. He had pursuit up onto the Risen, so when the Risen entered the zone, Den Negra just ditched and went back to the flag, so I'm actually okay with that. Then I moved over the Storm Wall and potted to kill 2 of the Thralls, which was awesome, and then started attacking Snapjaw. And this is where I realized I forgot to allocate 3 focus to him. So I hit with 1, do okay. I actually Electroleap over to Wrong Eye and do some damage there. But I missed the second attack, and it's like, oh, I can't buy anymore. But, you know, I have an ace up my sleeve because I've been holding my feet so I can kill Snapjaw with... Epic Kain. But then my opponent nicely reminds me before I charge in and it's too late that because it's a gunfighter, it's still a ranged shot, and that means that I can't target him because of Submerge. So I've been holding on to this feat for nothing. So really, to save my ass, you know, actually I kind of thought like, well, you know, that's an Animus, so I can shoot that off with Epic Iris. No, you can't do that, because again, I can't shoot. So Epic Iris comes over, kills the Scarlock. Epic Kain just gets the hell out of Dodge. And, yeah, you know, I'm contesting the center. He takes away my point, so it's 4-0. But at this point, I feel the attrition has really gone my way. and I just need to coast my way to victory because he will not be able to finish off the storm wall, and then I'll just finish him back. Whew! But this was close because I forgot the other part of the objective where if he dominates or controls my objective, he gets 2 points or 1 point, whatever, he would win. And so it's like, wow, the only thing that's there is Epic Iris. That's like the only thing you need to kill because the storm wall was like an inch out or whatever for contesting. So all he has to do is kill Epic Iris and he wins. However, this was his turn when he made a mistake. He got so excited about this that he started, allocating and doing spells and doing stuff. Like he goes and he casts a spell on the storm wall so that he can move through me. He doesn't get any free strikes. And then he realized he didn't pull off the Fury from Snapjaw. So he does his frenzied test. He doesn't freak out. But the biggest thing here is that now Snapjaw can't boost a hit. There's no Fury on Wrong Eye to boost a hit, so he is looking for 10s. Now, the Eats have 2 attacks, and they came in, but everything missed. The Siren came over and tried to spray. She needed like a 9 or whatever. Also failed there, but yeah, wow. I really, really dodged a bullet here. He moves up with Denegra there to the center. He is really camped, but wow. I mean, that should have been so much worse. So on my turn, I looked at it. I could have tried going for the assassination, but I said, nope, let's just make sure this attrition is right because I do not want to throw away this double sets of luck I had. So really, I just put over 3 focus onto the storm wall. He comes over, kills Wrong Eye. That means the Snapjaw goes away too. The Electro Leap kills Iris. Otherwise, I move over my Long Gunner so that they can combine into the last Bane here. But then I got reminded that you can't combine into when he's engaged. So whatever, I just didn't shoot. So otherwise, they just kind of made up a lane here. Kane is hiding behind. And that's really it. So on his turn, Epic Denegra does what he can, but really with the lines, it was very difficult. Also, it really sucked that when he first charged in, he missed his attack on the one Long Gunner he needed to clear. Then he did his Hellmouth, whatever spell, did a little bit of damage, but he only got really 1 chance at a boost at it. Did like 7 damage or something, but really at this point now, Denegra is just sitting in the wind. So all I got to do is set up and shoot, do a pod, pop a feat, and Epic Denegra goes down. Now, something I really want to mention here is that when I came to the tournament, my daughter gave me this lucky charm or whatever, this luck charm here, this little sheep, and if nothing else, it must have played a part in this game because I got so lucky to have that Squire in the zone. I completely forgot about contesting that zone there. So got really lucky I didn't lose there. Got even luckier that he forgot and screwed up to not pull that stuff off. And really, I got to mention that at that point, he's like, "Oh, are you okay if I can undo this and just like pull it off?" And I'm like, oh, I didn't want to say anything because it's one of those things where basically we're deciding whether he wins the game or not. And I know if it was me, I wouldn't do it, but I don't want to force this on others. So I left it to him. He decided to leave it as it is. He didn't even really push it after he asked. He said, no, we'll leave it the way it is. So, tip of the hat to my opponent for, sticking to the, the order of activations, even though it really screwed him over. But wow, got really, really lucky and ended 3-1, which meant I had a shot at getting 2nd or 3rd. And because it was based off strength of schedule and stuff like that, I won 3rd place. So really, it all came down to Kane. Darius never saw the table. Of course, I had a lot of luck there, but looking back, it was kind of a, maybe it was also a thing where I kind of earned it from that stupid screw up I did against the Epic Morvano list. But man, looking back on it, I had 2 big wins that were just straight up go and kill the guy, got very, very close, beating a very strong player with a very strong caster, and then had a very tight game at the very end where I almost derped myself out of it but with thanks to the Lucky Charm, was able to pull through. So there you go. I really like this Epic Cane list. I know some people would say I should put in the Squire, or sorry, the Junior to give the Stormwall +3 armor, but I just really don't know what I'd take out. I really like every component. I mean, honestly, even the Long Gunners, some people think that's what I should drop, but they really do a lot of work as well. So there you have it. I am really happy to get 3rd place, and thanks for watching. Bye.